the organizations that were set up with help of the British, governmental organizations in the 20s and 30s, become the government of the State of Israel. The Nakba was made possible by the British. In that sense, you're right. By crushing Palestinian resistance in the late 30s and into the early 40s, by killing, wounding, imprisoning, or exiling 10% of the adult male population, by confiscating thousands of arms, by killing leaders, executing them in the field, hanging them, or exiling them. My uncle sent off to the Seychelles, Jamal Husseini sent to Kenya, and so on and so forth. The British crushed the Palestinian national movement. At the same time, they were arming the militias of the Zionist movement. The Palmach is created by a British officer, a man named Ord Wingate. It's trained to cut people's throats, blow up houses over their heads, and so on. They're called night squads. Ord Wingate was considered insane by his colleagues. They thought he was a maniac, a murderous maniac. General Montgomery, Field Marshal Montgomery, thought he was insane. He died during World War II, Wingate. They were arming and training and organizing these militias to help them fight as auxiliaries, to help them fight the Palestinians in the 1930s. And so what happens thereafter, at a point when Britain begins to deviate from its support from the Zionist movement, is that the Zionist movement now has the wherewithal to conquer Palestine. The Palestinians have been crushed, and they have the military wherewithal. And they move to Moscow and Washington for support, having given up on Britain. The actual work of the Nakba is carried out, of course, by Israeli militias, Zionist militias before May 15th, 1948, when the state is established, and by the Israeli military after the state is established. But the militias become the army. The organizations that were set up with help of the British, governmental organizations in the 20s and 30s, become the government of the State of Israel.